Around 85 tomorrow. Lots of sunshine. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Right now, 64.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. On Monday, the Taylorville Park Board held its regular monthly meeting. During this meeting, the Park Board discussed some updates on the pool at Manners Park. The construction phase on the pool is now set in motion. Park Board member Sherry Craig said that Landmark, the contractors working on the project, have worked up new drawings and resubmitted them to Public Path and believe they will have a turnaround of comments and approvals within 1 to 3 weeks. Craggs also announced at the park board meeting that the demolition of the current pool was to begin Tuesday. This marks the beginning steps to building the park's new pool.
Landmark has updated the drawings and resubmitted them to Public Health. They think they'll have a turnaround with either additional comments or approval in 1 to 3 weeks. The demolition starts tomorrow, Tuesday. Temporary fence was brought in today, and they've got the logistics started as of today.
Craggs also said that there is a superintendent on site now, and a second one will join him in the coming week, and that the general contractor has also been selected. Craggs also mentioned they are still working on arbitration with a prior company. Maintenance Superintendent Ben Dempsey confirms that items related to the project will also start being dropped off in the coming weeks.
There is a superintendent on site now. A second one will be joining him next week. The general contractor has been selected. We haven't submitted they haven't selected a fence contractor yet. And we're still working on arbitration with the prior company. Arbitration date has been set for August 27th.
He did say, Ben, that a lot of things are going to start arriving.
Yeah, I talked to Bailey a little bit today.
So things are happening, and it's very exciting.
Park Board President Marlene Miller announced that the general contractor is Duggan Contracting out of St. Peters, Missouri. Miller said they will do the bathhouse, the mechanical shed, as well as the utilities and electric. Craggs added that contact was made to several local businesses. However, the only company that offered a bid on the project was not competitive.
Duggan Contracting is the general. They'll do the bathhouse, the mechanical shed,
Utilities.
and the utilities, electric.
St. Peters, Missouri. They contacted several local businesses. All of them but one did not give a bid, and the one that did give a bid wasn't competitive.
Stay tuned to TaylorvilleDailyNews.com for updates from the Maintenance Superintendent Ben Dempsey and Recreation Director Evan Mitchell. Illinois patients who have gone to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription only to find the medication is out of stock could soon have an easier option. Legislation sponsored by State Senator Steve McClure of Springfield and signed into law Friday allows more prescriptions to be electronically transferred from one pharmacy to another. McClure says the change is designed to help patients avoid missing important medications when their regular pharmacy does not have a prescription in stock. Senate Bill 3213 brings Illinois law in line with federal law regarding prescription transfers. Previously, Illinois placed additional restrictions on which prescriptions could be transferred between pharmacies. The new law also makes it easier for medical professionals to write prescriptions after hours. McClure says the idea for the legislation came from a constituent who is a doctor. The physician raised concerns about patients having difficulty getting prescriptions filled when a pharmacy was out of stock and the prescription could not be transferred elsewhere. The McClure says the goal is a simple, common-sense change that gives patients more flexibility when filling their prescriptions. The legislation is now law following the governor's signature on Friday. Candidates this fall for statewide office in Illinois are running with national politics in the periphery. Despite not winning the state, President Donald Trump gained ground in Illinois in 2024 compared to 2020. The effect of the first half of his second term on that momentum remains to be officially seen. However, as UIS political science professor Dr. Kent Redfield notes, Trump's approval ratings in Illinois are significantly lower than the national numbers.
His polling in Illinois has gone down, and it started. We are one of the states at the bottom of presidential approval for President Trump, and so his numbers have gone down, and relative to Illinois, and Illinois as a whole is a state that where his unfavorables are among the highest.
Polling by Civics from last week shows 30% approval of the president's handling of his job from Illinoisans, the lowest such mark in his second term. The disapproval rate of 65% is the joint highest during the term. The national percentages, also from Civics, are 35% and 59%, respectively. Dr. Redfield says that while President Trump did close the gap in 2024, it was due more to fewer total presidential election votes than a swing in support towards him.
You take a little deeper look, and you see that in the 2024, President Trump did better in Illinois. But if you look at his total vote, it was almost identical. The same number of people voted for him in 2024 that voted for him in 2020. What happened is that the Democratic candidate Kamala Harris got almost 400,000 votes less in Illinois than Joe Biden did 4 years earlier. And so that looks like a lot of, independents, marginal Democrats, disaffected Democrats, they didn't want to vote for President Trump, but they didn't want to vote for, the Democratic nominee either.
More information on elections in Illinois is available at elections.il.gov. Dr. Kent Redfield appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. Faculty, staff, and families in the Central A&M School District will soon see a refurbished website and new app. Administrators expect it to be an improvement in aesthetics and functionality, with the latter point also encompassing communication between parents and teachers. Superintendent Sasha Young says despite development delays, she hopes the website and app are launched in the early fall.
Our current website has been around for a while, and we've noticed some glitches and some things that we would like to update. So we recently worked with Aptgy to bring a new website as well as a brand new app and a better family to school communication built in both the app and the website. Our initial thought was to launch that at the beginning of August, but some kind of technical difficulties got in the way over the summer, and we're a little delayed on that, but we hope to bring it early this fall still, have the website up and ready, and train all of our administrators on how to post to the website and how to use the Thrill Share opportunity to share not only to the website, but to all of our social medias at one time, so we're not constantly logging into different locations and devices to share the good news of Central A&M.
Young says the school district has received feedback stating that the current website is not user-friendly, and the new release is expected to improve on that.
A lot less clicking to find what you're looking for. Some of the things we've heard about our website are, you can click 6 different times to get to where you want to go. So we're trying to make it more user-friendly, easier to navigate, and just a fresh look. So.
Find out more about the Central A&M School District at camraiders.com. Sasha Young appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. As students across the area head back to school, the Montgomery County Emergency Management Agency is reminding motorists to use extra caution when traveling near school buses. With more school buses back on local roads, drivers should be prepared for frequent stops, children crossing roadways, and changing traffic patterns in and around school zones. One of the most important reminders is to stop when a school bus has its red warning lights activated and stop arm extended. Drivers approaching a stopped school bus should remain stopped until the bus has turned off its flashing red lights, retracted the stop arm, and resumed travel. Motorists should also remember that children may not always be predictable when getting on or off a bus. Children can suddenly enter the roadway, so drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop whenever a school bus is loading or unloading students. Drivers should avoid passing a stopped school bus and should never attempt to drive around the bus while students are boarding or getting off. Extra attention is especially important in neighborhoods, at intersections, and along rural roads where visibility may be limited. The Montgomery County Emergency Management Agency also reminds motorists to put away distractions, obey posted speed limits, and remain alert for buses making frequent stops. A few extra seconds of patience can make a significant difference in keeping students, bus drivers, and other motorists safe. As the new school year gets underway, drivers are encouraged to slow down, stay alert, and give school buses plenty of space. Safe driving around school buses is a responsibility shared by everyone in the community. The Emerald Gardens Stone Soup Festival is coming to Owanaco on Saturday, September 12th with a full day of food, live music, and family activities. The festival will run from 9 to 6 at 1524 East 900 North Road in Owanaco. Food and live music will begin at 2. Organizers say the event will feature music in the open air with performances by Jason Milligan, Mark Milligan, Johnny Johnson, known as Pork Chop, Joe Check, Matt Kulig, and Jansen Cronkite. The event will also feature Rick Kennedy's famous pulled pork as a community fundraiser. Food tickets are $8 and will be available until the food is gone. Families can also enjoy crafts and other activities, including arts and crafts, nature activities, food and games for kids, and more. Garden tours will be offered throughout the day as well. Organizers say the festival is designed to bring the community together while promoting sustainability, education, and shared experiences. For more information, call 217-825-0088 or visit emeraldgardensnonprofit.com. Counting the number of ag programs in Illinois, here's an update from Casey Bolin, District 5 Program Advisor for Facilitating Coordination in Agricultural Education, or FCAE. Bolin says they continue to see growth in middle school FFA chapters. More information on FFA in ag and ag education in Illinois is available at ilaged.org. It's been a summer of statewide travel for Miss Illinois County Fair Queen Krista Phillips. Phillips hails from Effingham County and is a recent graduate of the University of Illinois. She reigned over the Illinois State Fair and will be at the DuQuoin State Fair August 28th through September 7th. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 86-year-old Leland Rodell Aller of Moweaqua died last Friday. Cremation rights have been accorded and no services will be provided at this time. 73-year-old Betty D. Kidd of Springfield, formerly of Taylorville, died on Sunday. A private funeral service will be held. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 64-year-old Mary Teresa Reinke of Taylorville died last Thursday. Visitation is tomorrow from 11 till noon at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. A graveside service will take place that same day at 1:30 at Mound Cemetery in Cowden. Burial will be at Mound Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. And 82-year-old Kenneth Dale Pumphrey of Canton died August 10th. A graveside service with military honors will take place tomorrow at 2 at Camp Butler National Cemetery in Springfield. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by Sedgwick Funeral Home and Crematory in Canton. Get news anytime from your computer or mobile device at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.